Hello there and welcome to the Fast Forward Show. Today I'm delighted to have as our guest Richard Adams, former Sales Director of Citron Hygiene, Canon Hygiene and the OCS Group. Richard brings a wealth of expertise when it comes to turning around sales organisations and underperforming sales teams. Great to have you here today. Welcome, Richard.
Hi, Louisa. It's great to be here and thank you very much for the opportunity to speak with you today.
So, Richard, my question to you is, what is the biggest mistake that companies make when hiring for their sales organisations?
I think from my perspective, and where I'm going to speak now is probably from where I've made mistakes in the past, because it's very, very easy to make those kind of mistakes. And I think sales as a business, as a role within organisations, gets categorised as their salespeople, and the nuances of salespeople are really, really different. The nuances of the role are very, very different. And for me, what I've seen in the past and what I see now in my new business when people are recruiting salespeople is they start with a title. So they start with a title, and that might be account manager, that might be salesperson, that might be new business executive, that might be whatever the role is within that organization. But typically what I would suggest is don't start with a title, start with the role. Define the role you want to actually have within that organization. So from my perspective, if you're thinking of bringing on somebody who is a new business salesperson, and by that very definition, that new business is somebody that's going to go out and prospect for new work, new logoed work into a business. So the definition of that very, very simply is businesses that company has not traded with before or invoiced before. Start thinking about, what does the day in the life of that person look like? What are the sorts of things that person is going to do? I get very frustrated when I'm very passionate about sales is a professional trade. It's a professional role within an organization. And I think there's a lot of people out there that get concerned about salespeople getting over promoted, not trained well enough, etc., etc. My view is very simple. It's probably one of the biggest investments you're ever going to make in an organization. And how do you know whether that person is actually creating the return on investment you need, and when will they hit return on investment? And if you haven't got that role really defined, how do you know? Mm-hmm. So let's assume you're going to bring a salesperson on for £25,000–30,000 a year tomorrow. When does that person start paying for themselves within your organization? And what is it they're going to do? So from an organizational perspective, before you even started to think about why the person is good for your organization, how and what they are going to do within your organization is massively, massively important.